I love that's how we went live. I love it. I'm so happy.
Oh, Dwayne, I don't know if it was brought up before I joined, but you have a small little stone on a necklace that Shaori gave you after finding
Oh,
in books.
is it magical or is it just ornamental, or do we not know?
She has not told anybody what they are. She has just told them to wear it.
Oh, so we all have.
Yes, everyone that I've ran into so far, which is you, Zinzi, Gerald, myself. I knew
You just have not. You haven't gotten to Chonga or Red yet. They are back, staring at a very confused thug in the closet after that conversation. I don't even remember. Like, all I know is a lot of what the fuck is happening. Like,
there's a lot of that.
No, yeah, there is a lion sitting in front of this closet looking at this guy like, I'm gonna chill here. If you want to make this a problem, that's on you. That's the energy this lion is giving off because it's very reflective of its owner. And Chonga and Red are just kind of sitting around, just kind of waiting, just like Chonga's just like the Chonga had this weird hilarious conversation like them trying to figure out what the fuck each other was with the bandit. With the thug, and it's just like no, both of them ended up more confused than when they started.
He's
and
not a smart man.
Petting the lion as it sits there, staring, just thinking eyes at this thug.
He's not a smart man.
Not the lion in front of him is smarter than he is. He's like, I don't have to be mean. I don't have to be like growly. That takes energy. You're not making it out of this room if you try and run.
I have a very important question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since two of our people are on vacation, are we playing Humblewood next week as well? Please.
I love how it ended with a please.
Well, I mean, we do have...
Well, I get the feeling we're probably not going to be able to play GKC this Friday since Hannah won't be here, and she's kind of important to it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Centralized, yes.
Unless we're not planning to leave the continent anytime soon. However, I would want Isla's weigh-in on decisions that are made.
Yeah.
We actually still have a one-shot to finish, don't we?
No, we finished
No,
it.
we finished it.
And we finished yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have one sitting around. Everyone must go hunt a dragon.
Oh no, I hate
something classic. You know, it's like go hunt a dragon. It's weird. It's fun.
There's not enough dragons in my dungeons.
Well, I have a dragon hunt to fix that.
We should hunt.
Realize if you're a kinky-minded person, you could have taken that the wrong way. The way I said it.
Oh yeah, I did.
I saw Taryn's expression.
Taryn knew what I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Dragon and the dungeons are metaphors.
I think that we should.
Let's just say there's a whole lot of red and black logos down there.
Yeah.
A
certain dragon logo.
Dungeon hunters.
Yeah. What's this interesting? You know what the worst thing is that despite there's a lot of weird stuff about the company, like people like what they like, but why did they have to make such a really good logo? It's such a good logo, and if you know what the logo is, you are damned forever. I'm just like,
I still can't get over the fact Kitsune said to me if he ever got sponsored, he'd just send me the products. He'd take the sponsorship and send me the stuff.
I mean,
we've got a deal worked out.
I would like us to create a partnership with Raven and the Rook, because the number of bright orange fucking Post-it notes on my desk is disturbing. They are everywhere. They are everywhere.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
I get the big ones with lines, and they're fucking covering my desk. Like they're hanging
You
off the
left it
monitor.
simply-
I've got a pile of them on the fish tank.
Oh, I bet Scanlon loves that.
What is the orange square?
He used to be
Why
mad.
do all
Now
these squares make a circle?
he used to be mad. He used to be mad, and now he realized that I don't have to stare at him because it's being blocked.
Okay, do I go blur or no blur?
I like the nobler.
Okay.
Tis nobler.
My tacky guest room setup. I've got my artist desk on the other side here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a daybed back there or a couch?
Yeah, it's a daybed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
My art desk is covered with a puzzle, so I'm sure you're better off than me.
My art desk is covered with boxes.
Okay.
My living room, I can barely walk around in right now because boxes. I can't even get to my deck.
I remember those days.
This weekend, I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Moving's a bitch.
Yeah. At least 90% of the boxes out there are cardboard, so I can just throw them away.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can make a bed like the Olympics.
Box fort!
Those beds are very durable, I've heard.
There was one of the
There's
Olympic athletes.
the women's rugby team.
Yeah. One of the Olympic athletes, a lot of them have TikToks, but one of them was like, actually, we fucking love these beds because they're extendable for those who are really tall.
Yeah.
Like, you can
Nice.
pull the bottom out and make it really long.
Uh-huh. And then the women's rugby team on one of the girls' accounts just did, like, different things you can do on the Olympic beds in Tokyo. Like CrossFit, jumping jacks, patty cake, all that shit.
The Olympics this year has just been a breath of fresh air because I get to watch a little bit of it at work, and it's so nice to see. Especially when you see the behind the scenes stuff on TikTok or whatever, where it's just a bunch of people who are like, this is awesome.
Dude, I can't remember. I think it was Tom Daly from UK. He was caught knitting during the broadcast, and he knitted a little pouch to put his gold medal in.
Yep.
That's awesome.
One side has the Union Jack, the other has the Japanese flag.
There was
There was a guy who won gold medal in the windsurfing. Had died. The Avatar with an arrow on his head.
he did his hair like Aang, and he painted it. He dyed it blue.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
he dyed his hair blue and put it into a perfect arrow, and then he won first place windsurfing.
It was so beautiful. I'm like, this is my generation. This is an Olympian from my generation. You
And then there's
glorious
the two
nerd.
guys. There's the two guys that won the pole vaulting because the rules were so fucking whack. They could either do a jump off or just agree to both win gold. They're just like, we don't want to do a jump off. We'll share the podium.
I loved that, because did you listen to it? I saw the clip. Did you listen to them?
I didn't.
There's a clip where he's sitting there going over the paperwork, trying to like figure out, okay, we gotta do another pole vault off because they had already done one. And the one guy goes, can't we just both get golds? And the guy goes, I mean, yeah, we can do that. and,
And then him and the other guy were just like, yeah, we'll share the podium. They're friends in real life.
they just started like jumping and hugging on each other, and it was adorable.
That's great.
Great.
And the one guy who was from Italy, his teammate had just won the 400 meter. So after he won his gold, he ran to his teammate who won his own gold and hugged him as well.
It's just,
Great.
I love it this year. I love it this year.
Bunch of fucking I mean, it's just a bunch of touch-starved athletes.
I heard Simone Biles is coming back for one more event after
That's what I
her
heard
break.
too.
So she's gonna try and finish strong, but I am so glad she took a break.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
Because
like,
she did not look like she was in a good headspace.
In the really small, infinitesimal chance that Simone Biles, you are watching, we love you.
We love you, and
Love you
we
so
care about your mental health, sweetie.
and
You made the right
congrats.
choice by taking a break.
We know how
Kudos.
talented you are. like your mental health comes first, and to
Mm.
do that on a national stage, I think is just so impressive, and also
Yeah.
sorry, a global stage.
Yeah, global, international stage.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
the
really-
haters.
Yeah, fuck the
Yeah.
haters.
Thank you, Toaster Oven. Um,
People
I'll-
hating on you
yeah,
couldn't do
that's right.
half the shit you can. Like
They literally could not.
yeah,
couldn't. Like you're a world. She's a world class
She's
athlete.
on her own league.
Yeah.
she's incredible.
Yeah.
Which-
You're incredible.
Which, personal opinion, I think it's bullshit. They have to score her differently
That's the whole
because
pro-
they ostracize her from everyone else.
Yeah, that's the whole problem.
Yeah.
But honestly, just even the fact that she went, you know what? No, I'm gonna prioritize myself.
Mhm.
Like, we really
Yeah.
should be celebrating that
Yeah.
instead of putting her down like people were doing.
Yeah, I mean, look at
Right.
her teammates. Her teammates are just like, okay, you're gonna take a break. We're gonna try and win this for you.
Yeah.
Her teammates became fucking determined to get the women's
Yeah.
team to finals.
Yeah.
Did
Mhm.
anyone also see I think they're both women's they're both runners. I want to say it's the relay race that they both did. The husband did his, and he was back in the viewing room watching his wife run. Oh no, sorry, it was the jumps.
Yeah, the jumps.
And I've never seen someone more intensely like celebrating his wife.
I can't remember if he was a runner or if he was that quarterback from the Detroit Lions.
Was that it?
Yeah, I think it was the Detroit Lions quarterback. His wife was in Tokyo doing the hurdles. And I think
Yes.
she either won or she got silver medal.
She got in
And
the
he
top
was
four.
leaping around the theater.
It was
Yeah,
it was
he's-
beautiful. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, she got top four, which means she needed to advance to semifinals,
Yeah.
and she made it. And everyone, the whole team, is just losing their shit.
Mhm.
They're in their their theater room, it's like training camp because they're training right now. It's just like
Mhm.
he just kept repeating, "We gotta make it, we gotta make it." He's so hyped.
One of my favorite things I saw is the women's rugby team for New Zealand. After their win, they performed the haka.
Yes, I saw
And,
that.
yeah, that was
Oh fuck yeah, it was
to
great.
watch. And one of the girls had a black eye too, so it made it all the more intimidating and just, ooh, it gave me shivers.
It was a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Every time I see either the New Zealand rugby team or the All Blacks do the haka before or after their games, it's just amazing to watch.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out why this won't let me fucking change my phone. I'm trying to apply for a job while we're talking.
Ah,
And I'm
that's fine.
sitting there going, why the fuck won't it let me put in my phone number? It's because it's giving me a French international number, not
Oh, jeez.
Why? Are you,
I'm sorry.
like
why won't it let me?
Français?
I just want my I
What's
just want
baguette?
I just want my job opportunity to fucking call me back. Like I called them back, which is nowadays more like dissuaded, but like you told me you were gonna call me back on this day, I would have got because of the company, I would have gotten an email if they decided not to hire me, because that's what they do. They send you an email saying, sorry, no, but I haven't gotten that, so like she's barely been swamped because she's the only person at that location doing that. She's the only HR at that particular store. So I'm just like, I'm gonna call again tomorrow because I've been a week after I got that first call. I'm just like, I would really like to start orientation and start working now. I don't have any money. Oh yeah, I also found out that about 6 other people left. The company I once worked for, I shouldn't name them on a live stream, but yeah, because of the managers fucking up and everything. Like,
I mean, if you no longer work for the company, you no longer speak for the company.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, so they're. Maybe you should have made your most senior employee, who everyone already goes to, manager instead of some schmuck from some poor schmuck from fucking sales.
That's the way it always is, though.
I'm like, yeah, why would you give us someone from sales? The entire staff hates sales because they misquote, because they're allowed to misquote the size of a yard up to 1,500 feet.
Oh, fuck.
1,500 square feet. Like, they're allowed to go over that, or like 15,000 square feet. Like, there's a certain amount of size they're allowed to either underset, they're allowed to under quote the size for, which is weird and dumb. I don't know why, but that's. They also will offer services and stuff for stuff we don't do. They don't tell the customer that. Oh yeah, this will help you with your mole problem. No, it won't. It'll destroy because we have these like bug spray that gets rid of grubs, which is one of the many things moles eat. So sometimes if grubs are mostly within the area and we kill a lot of the grubs, they'll move on. But they'll move along like to a different corner of the yard, depending on how big the property is. But like, the last time I was out doing spraying yards to somebody, I almost broke my fucking ankle because this lady had a great big old. Her dog had dug a sizable hole in the yard that she apparently hadn't seen. That was embarrassing.
Well, since it is now 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, hello, anyone who might be watching.
Oh. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
We be a little insane, if you can't tell. Welcome aboard our craziness. This is session 30 of Humblewood. I am your Beastmaster, Sarah, and these are my friends.
She has chosen strangely.
Yep. You have weird taste, Sarah. What the fuck?
I'm aware, but y'all tolerate me anyway.
What? You tolerate us. That's how I describe all my friendships. Y'all tolerate me for something.
Does anyone have any announcements?
I moved, bitches. That's why the layout is different.
We're so super excited. If you cannot tell, majority of us are suffering from D&D withdrawal because it's been way too long since any of our games have played.
My bad. And I am so fucking behind on uploads.
Oh my god.
We'll fix that.
I'm quickly uploading session 64 of GKC to YouTube on private. Description's gonna be just shit falls apart.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Granted, I am more acclimated to having a dry spells because there was a time where I only had one D&D game. We were off for 6 months because our DM was actually booked for 6 months out worth of work. And we're sitting here like, that was at the point where I joined up the Pathfinder game. That was fun.
I think if I did that, then Alteran might fly to Pennsylvania and strangle me in my sleep. I have that sneaking suspicions, seeing this is their only game.
Yeah, this is my only game. It would probably be cheaper to fly down to Gwendolyn and, strangle them into starting Septimortem again.
Not my fault, I keep trying.
That's true. Nobody else
true.
Gets up and goes except for you and me.
The only video I don't have uploaded yet is episode 61 of GKC because I still have to splice it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Once I get it uploaded, I'll be able to turn everything to public.
All the pineapples.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the pineapple.
I finished uploading, that's the word I was going for, all of my shit for YouTube, including the second half of the Pirate Free-for-All and last time's Humblewood episode. So you can check those out on my YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube, then you should really follow me on Twitch. So, anyone else have any announcements?
If you follow me on TikTok, please bear with me for the next 2 weeks. I am still unpacking. I just moved in yesterday. I'm probably not going to be done unpacking for another 2 weeks, and I do not know where all my cosplay shit is. So, probably not going to be cosplaying for a while. However, hopefully we should be getting some D&D streams up. Next week we will be back with Clone Wars 5e, session 1. Hopefully, I know Hannah will probably still be on vacation, but everyone else in the group should be available to play since Emmy is okay with playing with that one player. But yeah, hopefully we'll be back next week. Emmy needed a medical break last week, so to focus on her mental health and stuff. So we'll be back next week with Clone Wars 5e. And I think Mitch has Tales of Yggdrasil this Thursday.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm. And I should have Star Wars talks this Wednesday.
I don't know what that expression was. Huh?
We're level 6.
Which campaign
Yes.
where, when?
We didn't level
You're-
up while it was gone.
You have not leveled up, no. You guys have leveled up a lot really quickly, and I need to back off that, so I apologize.
No, please don't back off.
Level 20. Level 20.
Level 20. Level 20.
We do that and the BBEG
We
suddenly
take on the
appears, I
all-
mean.
Level 20, we take on the Alderhurt tree itself. Just the fucking tree.
Ooh. Nice.
I got plans. I think you'll like the BBEG. I've got plans.
It's Eliza.
The BBEG is
Where
sprinkled.
the fuck are my...
That would be epic.
Yeah, so, I have one announcement that's not one of mine, but if any of you follow Bridgie Lee on TikTok and popped into her live last night, then you would know that she has another Demi-Lich skull that she has made. It's not going to be as expensive because it has a pretty significant, it's got a pretty big, I can't say significant, it's got a flaw in it. So it's not going to be as much. It's going to be only 50, she thinks. She's not sure. And it is fucking lime green. I want it so bad. And for those who don't know what a Demi-Lich skull is, if you've ever seen a Magic 8-Ball, you know that the inside of it is a D20. So, she's made a rollable skull Magic 8-Ball with a dice in it.
Oh, I get paid tomorrow.
They are that is what it is. That is the Demi-Lich skull. It has a D&D D20 on the inside. You shake it up, and when the number pops at the top, that is your roll. They are at Bridgie Lee Resin on Etsy, BRIDGEYLEE Resin, one word, and they are fantastic. If any of y'all say shit about how pricey they are, I will beat you over the head with all of the receipts and resin gallons that I have because it's a fucking expensive thing to make.
Tis not cheap. I work with that stuff at work. Not
And
cheap.
it's hazardous, by the way. So, before you complain, eat shit. So,
And learn your shit.
does anyone else have any announcements? Alright, in that case,
Gay rights.
absolutely.
Gay rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
I'm so happy I had a friend from high school just posted on Facebook a change in pronouns and looking for binders because he's always been big chested and didn't have any that fit. And I was like, I got you, boo.
I got you, bitch.
For those of you who are transitioning in that manner, if you have lady friends who have the large tatas, ask them for their whole sports bras as a start. They'll get you some soft ones, work your way up to an actual binder because those, and remember to let air everything out every now and again.
Yeah, and for best safety and quality, gc2b.co.
Yeah,
They are the best fucking
gc2b.co.
binders.
Yeah, gc2b.co is one of the best places to order a binder. They give you all the tips and tricks of wearing your binder, how to measure yourself, how long you should wear a binder, how to wash it properly. Follow their instructions because you want to bind safely.
And they have pride binders that are both half and full tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I have one for cosplay purposes, and also sometimes you just don't want tits.
Yeah, sometimes you want the tatas to go away. I used to wear a binder in college for that.
So, sometimes you just don't want them anymore.
Yeah.
Be gone, foul memories.
I'm honestly debating on ordering another binder because some days I just don't want tits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still want to be a girl, but I don't want 2 bowling balls on my chest.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want the Star Wars logo to be in constant motion when I walk.
I want you to be able to read the shirt without getting motion sickness.
This game hasn't even started and you fucking break me. God damn it, bitches.
I love you, bitch.
I don't know where the fuck I pulled that joke out from.
Alright. Anyone want to do the recap for inspiration today?
Do I have it? Let me see. I already have. I think someone spent one last week.
I'm omit because I wasn't here.
I don't know how well I'll do, but
you
sure.
could totally just make something up, Brian.
Just... Shara, you gonna try?
The Power Rangers.
Yep.
No.
So the Power Rangers found the kids. No,
We somehow ended up in a land before time.
We tracked down old Tommen and the kids in a shack down in the roots. We had Avery come with us to help rescue the children. We were able to... Zinzi's was able to sleep powder Tommen before anybody knew what was going on. I commanded one of the 4 thugs to flee. We butchered that one. Gerald that's what I was looking for, bribed 2 more, and used phantasmal force to make the last one believe his own dogs were attacking him and mauling him. Then Avery did a hold person. So he was stuck in his mind. During this point, I think is about the time that Shaori created a nice big shield to cover the children from any harm. We got everyone out. Either they fled with their money or they died. We bound and manacled old Tommen, and we dragged his ass to jail. Gerald and Avery took him to jail, while...
And Zinzi's. Avery already left. Avery is like,
Right.
You got this. I'm going back to bed.
Avery just bamped back to...
Yeah, it's just like,
back to bed.
I'll send word ahead. I'm going to bed. It's very...
Yeah. Gerald, I believe Gwendolyn and Zinzi's all took Tommen to jail, and Shaori went home because she is done with today. She is so spent.
Shaori alone has had a very long fucking...
Oh yeah, she's coming down off of the tail end of a mushroom high, as well as completely spending all of her spells, features, everything she can possibly do. And she's like just dragging ass on her way home. And after Zinzi's, Gerald, and Gwendolyn dropped Tommen off at the jail, Zinzi's came face to face with her sister, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, younger sister. And that is where we left off.
Very nice. Take your inspiration.
Look.
I'm not saying you're gonna need it, but
I still have a natural 20 check for my Invoke the Amaranth thing. That's the one thing I have left.
for today.
For today.
There's many days in this next coming time.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Uh-huh.
so Zinzies. Actually, before I even say that, we will come to that. Before I got you all scared for nothing. Gwendolyn is talking to somebody else. Yep. I have horrible timing. I always have horrible timing. I'm a server. I am the server who walks to the table and be like, how's everything going? When everyone's got a mouthful of food. I never mean to. It always happens.
That's
Hey
right.
there,
I forgot a
folks,
little
how's it
thing during the
going?
recap anyway, so I can do that here. At the house, Changa and Red were chilling with the thug that Gerald brought back.
And
with
the
Gerald's
lion.
lion.
Yes.
The thug is in a closet. Changa's chilling outside with the lion after having a conversation with both the thug and the lion, I believe.
Lion didn't talk back, but he's just like,
Yep.
He's very chill, lion.
So yeah, that happened too.
Alright. Gwendolyn, would you have gone back to the house with the children, or would you have gone to the jail with Old Tommen?
Oh, I think Gwen is concerned about the kiddos.
Okay.
Are we going to Eliza's or are we going back to our house?
That's up
I
to
think
you
Eliza
guys.
was waiting at our house.
Yeah.
The thing is, we don't have anything at our house. It's like an empty house.
That is where she is. And
Oh,
you
okay.
are aware. You guys are aware that Red went to go find her, so you're
Okay.
assuming that that's where
Okay, yeah.
she.
Then yeah.
They went to go look around to find, or Eliza went to look around to find the kids with Changa, and then when you guys were with Red, you saw everything that happened at the old shack that they used as a waypoint. And then heard where they were going to be. So Red went to go find them to be like, I know where they are. The kids have been taken, but they're all Ramona is safe. Let's meet at the house.
Right. Okay, so yeah, back to the house.
So, in that case, now I am ready to traumatize Zinzies. Zinzies. No,
You can't hide
no,
from
come
it.
back here.
You
No,
come back,
bitch.
yeah.
I choose life.
So,
Okay.
Zinzies,
I choose life.
you and Gerald have just got done dropping the Old Tommen off at the jail. You are leaving the council grounds, and you hear a familiar voice say, "Oh, that's where you are." And look over and see, just sitting on a doorstep, nose in a book, as usual, your sister Paisley.
Paisley?
Hey.
What time is it right now?
Oh, it is like fucking midnight.
You know you shouldn't be out wandering alone at this time of night, right?
Couldn't sleep. Went for a walk.
Mom, Pa let you walk around by yourself now?
They're asleep. Back at the hotel. Tavern. Sarah slept.
Who are you? What have you done with my sister?
Amber.
What are you and Mom and Pa even doing here?
I just came around for the ride, but they just wanted to see everything was okay and just kind of check out the Alderheart, I guess. It's not like they take vacations very much.
Did they leave Copper and Knockgrass to watch the house?
They're working. They got new jobs.
Oh.
I think Knockgrass is working at the local store, and Copper's been working on a farm.
Yes, a lot has changed since I left.
Kinda? Not much, though. I mean, same old town.
Speaking of which, did any aid show up in Meadowfen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got lots of perch guard walking around now, and a whole bunch of people came back. Finnick said that was because of you. Said he got a letter.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote to him a while back to let him know that aid was coming to Meadowfen, especially after the fires happening in the Scorch Grove getting so close. I still can't believe you and Mom and Pa are here. You shouldn't be out here late at night. Do you want me to walk you back to the tavern?
Sure.
Gerald? I'll meet you back at the house. I gotta make sure my little sister gets back to the tavern safely.
Her just smiles like, understandable. Lovely to meet you. You two be safe.
They will be.
I have a guest to attend to. Just walks back towards the house. Everybody, the fuck's going on in here?
As soon as Gerald walks out of sight, Paisley looks to you and goes, who's your friend?
Oh, that was Gerald. He was actually passing through Meadowfen a while back when I can't remember exactly what excursion happened in town that caused us all to meet.
Oh, it was the destruction of Ashbarrow, one of the members of your perch guard, who, you know, one of the leaders that you worked for, had gone out with a small patrol to see what had happened after seeing smokes over Ashbarrow, and she came back very injured. Reported to the elder of your village that the city of Ashbarrow had burned to the ground, and a lot of the survivors and themselves on their way back were attacked by bandits, kidnapped, and taken. And she barely managed to escape herself.
Well, you remember how the town's guard captain came back from that excursion to Ashborough?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, the town elder sent me here to gather aid for any survivors of Ashborough coming into town, and that's where I met Gerald. He volunteered to help as well as a couple other people in my group. We've had some more tack on along the way, and some have left too, but that's not the point. I need to get you back to the tavern, because it is midnight, and I know you're growing up, but you're still really young, and you shouldn't be out here by yourself.
Okay. She's as non-committal as usual. She's just always sucked in her book and very shy and quiet.
Interjection. I think about this time Showery would realize she should probably tell everybody what those necklaces are, so she talks through the necklace. You hear in your heads, hey, you can use these necklaces to talk to each other. Just thought I'd tell.
Sweet Jiminy!
What?
I heard a voice in my head.
Oh dear.
Gerald and Gwen, you heard this voice as well.
Has
Yeah,
that
Gerald
happened?
was fine until the snore, and he's just like, ah.
This has never happened until now. I don't know if Shari just sent a message to me or not.
Uh-huh.
Do I have any idea what would have caused this voice to pop into my head?
I did mention the necklace.
She did mention the necklace. So roll with advantage. And while you're pulling out your dice, I'm realizing that I never picked you guys never picked your destruction for tonight. So, stone, resin, or metal.
Stone.
How about no?
How about
Metal.
How about stone?
Wood.
I don't have wood.
Is this just an intelligence check?
I've
Yes.
got wood.
Woo! That's a natural 18.
That's what she said.
Natural 17. Okay, so dirty 20.
Oh, yeah. You know, you're like, you remember the necklace. You're aware.
Oh, this must be a magical doohickey then. Can send telepathic messages through these necklaces, I guess.
Oh, cool. Looks like you found a lot of cool stuff since you left home.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff and a lot of stuff I don't want to mention to Mom and Pa, because they would freak out. Like how they freaked out when Finny came back, heavily scarred.
Well, I mean, that was kind of scary.
Yeah, it was. I remember Mom and Pa, and I'm talking with her as we're walking in tavern.
Yeah.
I remember Mom and Pa didn't even want me to join the town's perch guard after that.
Well, do you like what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm keeping you guys safe, keeping Meadowfen safe, and now basically keeping everyone safe in the entire realm.
So why does it matter? I mean, you're having fun, and you're, like you said, you're helping a lot of people.
And that doesn't matter to Mom and Pa, though.
Well, that's stupid.
Sometimes they forget I'm 5. They still treat me like I'm 1. Yes, I'm using your being age. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. It's just like, I know, but hearing it out loud, I'm just like, oh fuck, they're so young. By anyone's standards, they're all so fucking young. I'm just like,
You don't have time to unpack all of that.
yeah, time to unpack all that. It's like,
We don't have time for that.
It's the, as an adult looking at Ariel, you're just like, Dad, I'm
15 years
16.
old.
I can handle it. You're like,
Bitch,
Bitch, you're
is
16.
a child. That little girl is a child.
You better not kiss the girl. She's underage. Don't.
you better fucking not kiss the girl. You better not,
They're
man.
literally, oh my god. Snow White, Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, Aladdin.
Mhm.
4 Disney movies. The princesses were minors.
Yep. And heavily sexualized.
Minor?
Heavily
Don't even tell her.
sexualized.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
She is no prize to be won.
Mm-hmm. That's not even practical clothing to wear in the Middle East. Like, somebody did a historically accurate Persian garb for
Mhm.
Jasmine. She would be wearing a lot more layers.
Yeah, because you had to keep yourself safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
and
the
because
sun.
anyway, and it was and because a lot of the scenes where you see her in those outfits, it's at night, and it
It's
gets below freezing in the
freezing.
desert
Mm-hmm.
because there's no sun.
Because
There's
the
nothing to
sand does
insulate.
not retain heat. It reflects it.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Yeah, when
this
you
is
say
me
that,
trying to avoid conversation with my sister.
Paisley just kind of chuckles at that comment. She still has her head buried in a book. She usually does. You're used to this. You say anything else to her on the way?
Good talk. And just keep walking. Yeah, I pulled the dad good talk shit.
Okay. You guys end up outside of the Defiant Pixie, which is a familiar sight to you. Do you walk her in?
I don't want to possibly run into mom and dad just yet, so I'm trusting she's gonna go back up to her room.
Okay. So you walk her to the door. She starts to go in the door and then pauses and turns around and goes, "So, are you gonna keep avoiding them? Because your friend who kept making the weird noises everywhere else? I mean, it worked for a while. I don't know how much longer."
I'll catch up with them when I can. I got some business I gotta settle. It's been a long day.
Okay.
Don't tell Mom and Pa that you met me just now, though.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
With advantage, because you're the big sister.
God! That was horrible! Okay, thank God! I went from a 3 to an 18.
Oh, God.
Plus persuasion is dirty 20.
She kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you a spy or something?"
You don't have time to unpack all of that.
That's super cool. And she goes inside.
I think we're going to need to have a hot topic in this tree.
She is
Paisley
kinda
would be the Paisley would be the sibling to hang out in Hot Topic.
She does kind of have like emo preteen vibes.
Yeah.
I did not intend for that, but that's what happened. I'm sorry.
Paisley is the sibling to hang out in the Hot Topic.
As the
Hot
siblings,
Topic and Barnes and Noble is her safe havens.
I did not come here to be called out like this.
I was that person too.
You asked me to create this NPC. You're inflicting your own ideas onto her.
I went to a book release midnight at a Barnes and Noble when I was a child many times. And I will not confirm or deny whether or not it was one of the Twilight books. We're gonna move past that.
Back before JK Fuckface was a TERF, my mom went to the midnight release of Deathly Hallows to get the book for me and my sister.
Very
Apparently, I can't remember if my mom witnessed this or she heard a story. A girl took her book as soon as it was given to her and flipped to the last page to see who dies. She
One
did
of
not want to
those.
read the entirety of that novel. She just wanted to know who died.
One
I
of-
mean, it was this fucking thick.
The books got thicker over the years. Oh my God.
But they had to split the movie and the book in 2 parts and just like,
No, the book was in one piece. The movie had to be in 2 parts. It was
Yeah.
so long.
I think the book should have been in 2 pieces. You could have beaten someone to death with the last Harry Potter book.
Mm-hmm. My Harry Potter books are gonna sit on my shelf untouched because it just feels wrong to even read them.
Yeah. Is that all you'd like to do, Zinzies? Or
Yes.
do you have something else you'd like to do before heading back?
Try to utilize the necklace to just let everyone know, hey, I'm heading back to the house. I had to drop my little sister off,
Alright.
and then I'll head back.
You all hear that?
Wunderbar.
And just so you know, Gwendolyn, it's more like the earrings in Critical Role, but as a pendant necklace. It has like a time limit for how many minutes can be used a day, but there's no word count limit, and you can use it like a walkie-talkie to everybody.
Only to everybody?
I believe so. I have to watch. Sadly, I have to go back and rewatch exactly what I said last time because it's been a couple weeks. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
And I lost that post-it note in this army of other post-it notes. Rook and the Raven, please. I need help. I need so much help.
Come on, sponsor us. Help this poor woman. She's doing so much for us.
I'm trying so hard, and I am just... There's so many post-its. They're fucking everywhere. This is an L desk. It's an L desk. So when I say it's on my desk...
It's all over your desk.
I added an L desk to my wish list because I really want one now.
It's so nice. I love my desk. Alright. So, with Zinzi's walking away from the tavern, conflicted over the current circumstances of running into family members, we are going to jump back to the house, where all of you are arriving, kids in tow, and can easily see a pacing Aloran just inside the foyer, door open, wide open.
Mama person, I think these are yours. And I'm just going to walk past her to my room.
Go ahead. Go ahead, dears. Go say hello to Eliza.
As soon as she sees them, she just fucking books it. And the twins immediately also book it towards her. And they just cling to her in this huge hug. And you can see immediate relief across her face. You notice that Ramona is still pretty shy and ashamed because she thinks all this is her fault. She's been pretty clear about that, at least. But she does eventually kind of tuck around. Were you about to say something, Gwen?
Oh yeah.
Wrong character.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You
Brendan
betcha.
and Brian Dorney.
Rue, what are you doing here?
Ramona, dear. All is well and good. Nothing ill became of what happened, and again, it's not your fault, but that bad man will be put away for a long time, so you have nothing to worry about. You can go back to being cute little Ramona, and you better believe that my son is going to check in on you on your magical studies.
She kind of like acknowledges what you're saying, but she's also just kind of staring at Eliza.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually she hesitantly takes a few steps forward and starts to let out I'm sorry, I never meant, and then Eliza just immediately like grabs and pulls her into the hug as well.
Girl's like in the doorway at this point, is kind of watching this.
I say about this point is when, because you had to go all the way up to the canopy.
Yeah.
You had to go past the house to the canopy to come back down. It's a bit of a travel.
Well, great, I can glide.
Yep.
Yeah, Gerald probably is like, you know what? It's midnight. I'm tired. I'm just gonna. He just finds the right angle and glides down to take a shortcut.
Even that takes you a while, but you are.
Yeah.
I'd say about this time is when you're arriving.
Gwen's gonna sort of like tap Eliza on the shoulder as she passes the hug puddle, and I'm gonna put on some tea.
Okay.
I'm gonna put on some sweatpants. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's fair. Gerald kind of like just kind of enjoys seeing the hug. Kind of like tries not to get choked up. It's like, oh my god. It's like positive parental affection. I'm just like, does not compute.
Conceal, don't feel.
Takes it off. He'll move past and he'll sort of just like very lightly pat Ramona on the head, and smile at her, and then let them enjoy their hug. And he's gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
He's gonna go walk into his room like, well, I hope you went to. The fuck is going on in here?
You come in to a passed out fox,
That I expected.
a lion that is more or less now laying on Chonga's lap. And if you look past them into the closet, a very concerned, awake thug.
Well, if it ain't my buddy Benny. I trust my friends have been keeping you entertained.
Who the fuck is Benny?
Sorry?
Who the fuck is Benny?
You look like a friend of mine. Sorry. Your page came back right at the right time for that joke.
I came back just for who the fuck is Benny?
I'm sorry. I thought you were my friend. I do need more friends nowadays. So I'll give you the lowdown. He takes out and holds out the ledger. It's like, he may not know what the ledger is, but he knows it's the big black book that Tommen doesn't let anyone see.
Yeah.
He holds it up. Tommen's currently passed out for the next, looks outside, 6.5 hours. You remember how we met. I came into your offices and had a bit of a scuffle. He ran off with the kid. We have retrieved the kid and her 2 twin siblings and returned them to their caretaker. Tommen is now in jail, and I have a list of all the guards on his payroll to ensure he stays in jail.
Make an intimidation check.
Saying all this with a big fucking smile on his face. It's like, he's trying to give it to him as straight as possible. Like, it's late, I don't want to have to bullshit with you. Ooh. The blue light makes my my fancy rainbow die very. 21.
21?
Yeah, I got my eyes got lost for the thing for the right one. Bards.
He kind of adjusts a little bit and sits up, like he's trying to look a bit tougher, and it's just not working. Also, you can tell he has no idea what book you're waving in his face. He's just listening to everything else. I tried to see an intelligence check to see if he would recognize the book, and he rolled a natural 1. He rolled a 1. So
he's not a smart man.
He's not a smart man.
Okay, so he sees a momentary confusion, and he sees the tough act like, please, you are in my closet with my lion, who could have at any time eaten your face.
Yeah, why
but
do
I
you
told
have
him not
that?
No, can't have that.
Why do you have that?
A fancy, he's like kind of like jingles a little red bag. I pull a fuzzball out of here, it turns into all manner of things. It turned into a lion. That's long story. I visited that crazy weasel, and he gave me a bag, and that bag can summon lions. This simple as that. What the fuck is a weasel? We don't have time to unpack that. that's gonna be the tagline for this video. We don't have time to unpack that.
He's not smart. I'm sorry. He rolled a 6.
Okay.
He's not smart.
I'll explain this to you as simply as I can. With this book, I can take down Tommen's entire operation, more or less, here in the Alderheart. With him in jail, and with the guards on his payroll soon to be exposed to their boss, you're going to be out of a job. So I'm going to give you two options. You can take another nap, and I can take you to jail in the morning. I know, not the best plan. I know, not the best option. Or, he kind of glances towards Red, who's asleep, and Chunga won't understand this. He leans in. Or you can work for me. No more cutting purses. No more hurting innocent people. No more fucking about, taking things from bad people, things from good people. I'm going to give you the simplest job in this industry. I'm going to put you on 4 corners that you will rotate in randomly throughout the day. And you're going to tell me any crimes, any shady shit that you already know goes on. And you're going to tell me about what happens. I will pay you, and you will not have to harm another person the rest of your life. So you can either join your boss in jail, or you work for me.
I really wish I was there.
How much are you paying?
For this particular rate, you will be doing this little charade 5 times a week for the whole day, essentially, from about sunrise to about midnight. Oh no, long hours, but you can get food and whenever you need. I'll be paying you 15 gold a day for every day that you do this.
Make
That
a
is-
persuasion check
Yeah,
with
15.
advantage.
Yeah,
I wish I was
like
here.
15
This is the
gold.
perfect opportunity for that natural 20.
Oh, well, I don't. That is that's actually, hold on. That's a good first roll. Can't get worse from here. Ooh. 19 on the die with a 9. That is a 28 persuasion.
Do I have to work with the lion?
No. For now, you'll be on your own.
Okay then. Sounds great. Can you untie me now, and can you make that thing go away?
Oh, he'll be here until sunrise, but I can remove you from the closet. He'll sort of like hoist him up and get him on he'll hoist him up. He's already like removed all of his weapons and shit, so he's not really a threat to anyone. And he'll untie him. All right, now, what is your name?
Folks call me Skinner.
Skinner. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds proper intimidating.
He also looks like he's trying to look intimidating, but there's a fucking lion.
So
So he's like, folks call me
he
Skinner.
looks at him, looks down at the lion, looks back up at him. Oh, you're worried about the very wrong thing in this room.
It's Jerry. My name's Jerry. It's Jerry.
Jerry, much
Yep.
better. Tell me, Jerry, do you have a place to live that isn't a cesspool of scum and villainy?
What's wrong with my house?
You have a house?
No.
Well, he's gonna like move over to like where he like set all his stuff, take out his bedroll, shove it into Jerry's hands. You know the safe house, the back alley of the Branches Market.
Oh, the safe house.
Yes,
I
that safe
know
house.
the safe house.
Yes, considering that the safe house is now going to be unoccupied for a while since we're, taking down Tommen's empire. I'll consider that. I'll have to work with the city to actually own that storefront, but for now, that'll be your little base of operations. The people who know you won't think anything of it. They'll think, oh, he's just staying here, to get away from all this shit, laying low. You don't tell them you work for me. You tell them you're laying low for as long as possible. You're not getting involved in any jobs. You're not going to be tailing anyone. You're laying low to avoid going to jail. Simple as. He takes out 15 gold. He takes out 25 gold from his pouch and puts it in his hand. Consider this a signing bonus. Now, quickly as you can, get the fuck out of my house. He moves to the side and he moves in front of the lion and motions his hand towards the door.
Also make an insight check.
Insight, excellent. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You did catch him start to say smuggler and switch to safe house. Safe house. Safe house.
He before he leaves, he puts his hand on his shoulder. He kind of starts does that thing where he spins him around. So he's like buddy arm with him. You wanna run that by me again?
What?
You slipped there before she said safe house. Smuggler. What you smuggling, Jerry?
What you smuggling?
You don't want to lie to your boss, do you? You know how bad that would go before.
Lots of stuff. We smuggled lots of stuff.
One more time, a little louder.
There's a lot of stuff in that house.
Lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, probably some food in there. Should have yourself a nice dinner with what you got in there. You and I are going to go through that inventory tomorrow. I'm also going to visit a few other places. But for now, you can call it home.
Great. Thanks.
Make sure to lock the door.
There's no door anymore.
Now, then he lets him go. Now get the fuck out of the house.
Okay. And he goes
And
in.
he says rather loudly so that everyone in the house can hear, nice to start working with you, Jerry. Be on your best behavior.
Anyone in the house who's awake can hear that.
Should I make a perception roll to be able to hear that?
Sure, with disadvantage because you said you're sleeping.
Yep.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, that one went way over there.
Yeah, Gerald picked. For the record, once he's left the house,
15.
Gerald picks up.
You hear it.
Yeah, once he's gone, Gerald picks up one of the bottles of wine and just takes a drink.
I'm gonna take one of my mushrooms. I'm gonna take one of my mushrooms and give it to him on his way out.
So you're gonna open your door and be like, "Here you go."
Yeah. Hey, I heard you're working for us now. Here's the hazing ritual. Have fun tonight.
I don't like the sound of that.
Jerry.
Yeah. Too bad. See you in the morning.
Make a persuasion check.
Trying to drug my side.
That's a 3, but is now a natural 20. And that's the last of.
Amazing use of portent to give a man drugs. He's just like, okay. And you see him start to put it in his...
Yeah. I do that Jack Nicholson nod. Good boy, now get out.
We're so mean. Granted, he was a thug that tried. Granted, he is a thug that tried to kill me, and he knows that. So he's like, I can drink you however I want the first day. You tried to kill me.
As he starts to walk out the door is when Zinzi's starting to walk in the door.
So I pull my gun on him.
You're watching.
Because I think he's trying to escape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. You're watching a thug walk out of the house, chewing on something, and you don't know what.
I pull out both my guns. Where do you
I think Gerald's watching him trying to leave, like, he poke his head out the window. Zinzi! Let him go. He works for me now.
You're just letting a criminal walk on the streets?
For as long as he's useful, and not a moment longer.
I should send your ass to jail too.
You probably will, but not tonight. It's late.
I poked my head out of my door. Trust me, he's not going home without consequences. I gave him a mushroom.
Why do you keep changing color?
I just holster my guns and push past him.
Good luck finding your way back. Color is not the only thing that's probably gonna change.
And I slam the door shut.
Good night, Jerry. It's that way. He closes the door. We just leave him on his own.
It's gonna be an interesting night for him. Okay.
Oh yes, it is.
Look, you just got conscripted by a hero. It's gonna be weird. you got conscripted by Gerald. It's gonna be weird.
Oh, that was amazing.
Gerald will come down, swigging from the bottle as he comes in. I can explain.
Shut up, I'm going to bed.
Excellent.
And I head up to my closet and I slam the door.
Yep. It's like, well, and now I'm going to...
Lindsay's going to want some tea before bed.
Just leave it at...
You hear in your head because of the necklace.
Just leave it outside my door.
All right, dear. Have a good night.
Outside the closet door, not the door.
I've got it, dear.
Oh. Gerald just kind of swigs from the bottle, then puts the cap on it. Tea. Well then,
no tea for you, Gerald.
No tea for me.
I saw how cruel you treated that miscreant.
He tried to kill me.
Yes, well.
I mean, I was a little cross with him. It's been a very long night, but I did give him a good amount of money. I gave him a job, gave him a bedroll, and Showery may or may not have given him a mushroom. I did not tell her to do so, but
In that case, Showery gets your tea. The hot water's on the kettle, dear. If you want tea, you can make it yourself.
oh,
And she's gonna sort of like kiss you on the forehead and then walk past you.
At this point, you can see that the kids are all very tired. Eliza thanks all of you guys tremendously for all of your assistance.
Do you want some hot cocoa before you go, dears?
I think it's time to get them to bed. They've had quite a day, but we'll stop by some other time.
Why don't I escort you back to the house, just to be extra safe?
Oh, I'm sure we'd appreciate that. Thank you so much, Quinn.
All right. And she's gonna sort of like slip some candy to the kids, the way that like aunties always have like pockets full of candy.
just like for tomorrow, for being so brave and for not.
They are falling asleep as they're standing there.
Aw. Gwen will take one of the twins and just carry them.
Yeah, Eliza takes the other one. And you guys start heading towards Eliza's shop. Is there anything you wanted to talk about on the way?
My dear, are you sure you're up for keeping these kiddos safe? I don't question your ability. I just, if you need additional help or extra eyes or even some extra magic items, I'm happy to help provide.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, I do, but, no, I think we're good. And she's kind of like with her free hand, ruffles the top of Ramona's head, who's, for the first time that you've seen since she's gotten there,
Mm-hmm.
seems to be pretty close standing with Eliza and
Mm.
still shaken, obviously, but it's much more familial than you've seen versus just, here's another person that I'm working for. And Eliza just kind of goes, no, I think we're all right.
Oh, so good. Good to hear, dear. Well, just to be safe, I'll check on you every day that I'm in the town, and I'll send an animal messenger if I can't get to you directly. You know I care for you dearly.
You all are welcome anytime. I hope you know that.
Oh. And once we get everything settled, I'm happy to host sleepovers for these little ones. I was thinking bunk beds could be fun. What do you think, Ramona?
I can't say I've ever had any.
Oh, it's kind of like a bed meets a fort, but it's extra squishy. Lots of pillows and blankets.
Yeah, I guess that sounds pretty cool.
Oh, I'm also going to talk to the masons and see if I can't get a hot tub installed. Basically, like a small pool.
Wow, that sounds really cool.
Yeah? All right, well, you know you're always welcome to Auntie Gwendolyn's house.
Thanks.
And anything you need, dear. I wasn't kidding. My son would be happy to help you with your magical studies. So if you have dreams of being a wizard or a druid or perhaps even maybe not a warlock. You've had enough strife in your lives thus far. Ooh, a cleric could be nice too, but we'll discuss later. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want from us? Do you want to go shopping with us when we go pick out furniture and?
I couldn't impose. I've already given you guys enough trouble.
Ramona, dear, you're practically my niece, so I would love the opportunity to hang out with you.
Well, I do know some really great shops.
Oh,
nearby.
yeah. Yes, your expertise would come in quite handy. And you'll
Okay.
know if they're giving us a good deal too, right? She winks.
Yeah, I could help with that.
Okay. All right. I have a gift for you, but I'm going to give it to you tomorrow, if that's all right.
Okay.
I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Now, I'd give you a piggyback ride, but I don't think the quills will work in that favor. So,
Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult.
yeah. Eliza, would you care to have tea tomorrow?
Oh, of course. Anytime. My place or yours? It's so weird to say that now.
Oh, I know. My place is usually miles and miles away from here, so I'm glad to have a place in the city to call my own. Let's do your place until we get all the furniture and stuff settled, and then
Well,
I can borrow
certainly.
Ramona
And you
for
know, the best
shopping.
place to go to get any of your curtains and linens or anything is at my own shop.
Oh, of course, yes. I would be remiss not to start at your shop.
Of course, of course.
All right. Well, looks like we're here. She is going to cast detect magic just to make sure there's no craziness going on.
Okay, you cast detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
There is magic sources inside the building, but it looks like it's all Eliza's wares.
Okay, it's familiar because I've done this before.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's no like tripwire on the door.
No.
Okay, cool. All right. Yes. Well, this is where I bid you adieu.
Eliza does give you a small hug.
Yes.
A carefully placed hug.
Yeah. No, if you slide like directly this way, you can go under the quills, and it's fine. Also, Gwen's gonna sort of give a satchel of tea to help sleep.
Okay.
So just in case there are rough nights in the next couple days.
Yeah, absolutely. She happily takes it.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks you again. And Ramona also gives you a hug. At this point, the kids are fucking asleep. So
Yeah.
Eliza takes the other twin out of your hand. And
Wasn't there one more? It was the twins, and then there was
Zuri?
Yeah.
Zuri was with you guys at the house.
Okay.
Ramona's been carrying her.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the smallest of the four.
Okay. Yeah. Gwen's just.
She passed out before you guys even got back to the house. Like, she was fucking asleep.
Yeah, she doesn't really know too much about what's going on either, right?
She's heard, but she's the equivalent of about 5 years old.
Okay, so yeah,
she is a 1-year-old Jervine. So it's not there. There's not the understanding.
Okay. All right. Well, yep, I read them adieu, and then sort of like wiggle back to the house. I am going to take an opportunity to check in with my son, because I don't think I did today. Wait, hold on, what time is it?
Midnight. Actually, at this point, it's probably like 12:31.
Never mind. No.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right. In that case, the night comes to a close. Does anyone else have anything they wanted to do for this night? All right. The next day comes about. Everyone is sore from the physical exhaustion of the day before, and whatever hangovers you might have. Both drug and alcohol induced.
Gerald tore into that fucking bottle because it's like, I just started down a slippery slope, and one person in, actually 2 or 3 people in very particular are going to be kind of mad at me for it, but things.
Alright, we're just gonna breeze through the next couple of days because you guys have a long period of time of downtime, like I mentioned. So we'll just breeze through these next couple days with some quick tidbits. Anyone who wants to go shopping for your furniture, you are able to. Is anyone looking for anything in particular that they want to role play? Gwen?
No, but I just for the sake of brevity, I'm going to gift Ramona with a set of tarot cards. Okay.
All right.
And inquire about like prices and where the best places to get some things are. And then I will send you my list of items that I require.
Is anyone else looking for anything in particular? No?
Just supplies to build.
Okay. I will say that as you guys start looking for furniture specifically, you realize that your name has been dropped. And your shit is complimentary.
Oh my.
It's almost like you guys have done some pretty big favors for the council, and they knew you were going to need to decorate your house, and they put some information out there.
Means I get to have my fancy desk.
Yes, I would like a drafter's desk.
You guys are able to get, for the most part, everything that you need to decorate your home.
Oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a desk with a drawer that has a false bottom. However, I know a lovely carpenter who could make a false bottom drawer.
Okay, so I know I sent you in my little room schematic. Down in the bottom left, I wanted to make a forge.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be complimentary?
That is not going to be complimentary. That
Okay.
is pretty in-depth, pretty intense work. You are able to find discounted rates, but
Yeah,
you're
I'm gonna
still
start-
looking to drop about 100 gold.
Oh,
Like,
easy. Done.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
drop
I'm
like
going to put my
100
fingers
gold.
out and try and get stuff
And
going.
it's gonna
and
take
get-
you. It's gonna take you. Well, roll me an athletics. And a
Okay, because the
dex.
forge I'm going to have commissioned, I think. I don't want to
Oh,
build
okay.
the forge
All right,
itself.
in that
I'm going to build
case-
everything else during that time.
Okay, yeah. The forge then is able to be built, and it takes about a week.
Okay. Is it still 100 or is it more?
It's still 100.
Okay. Drop 100. And then over that week or so, I'm also going to be building my bed and my workbenches and the supply room.
Okay. Yes.
Shopping specific,
Yes.
I'm going to be checking in regularly the blacksmith. So typically at least 2 days for the ore to come in, and then however, like he doesn't know how long it'll take for the actual armor to be finished. He's already paid it all so.
Okay.
But like he'll check on that so that eventually he'll have that. Also, he will be delivering the incriminating evidence, the original copy of the ledger, as well as the ciphered out list of guards. However, we're keeping the copy just so
Yeah.
like for our own purposes, but like they'll have the original copy.
Okay.
I think overnight I'm going to be making more copies. Just like at the end of the day, I'll start transcribing part of it, and then
Gotcha.
the next day just a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like right before bed.
Sure. Gerald,
But the-
where are you delivering this information?
The he is since they have released a little bit of pull with the council, he will request an audience with the councilman in charge of the guard,
Okay.
as well as send a message to Conrad that he is doing so, and that he has Tommen's ledger. If he wants to look at it, he knows where to find it, and if he also if they're leaving a little note sort of in thieves' cant at the bottom, and if they're stingy, just come to me.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay.
Like if he wants to, if your fellow councilman wants to be cooperative, he'll have the original ledger. If he doesn't want to, we have copies. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll ask for an audience with the council member in charge of that. I believe it was the Strig.
Yes, he is a strig.
Yes, that gentleman. And he will present that evidence in person, so that he can make sure there's no one tries to slip something or intercept it at all.
Okay. Zinzies, is there anything you want to do over these next couple days, shopping or otherwise?
I know at some point I want to catch up with my parents, but I literally don't know what to talk about right now.
Okay, I'll come back to you. I'll give you time. In that case, then yeah, we will jump to Gerald talking to the council member. So you go into the council area, the courtyard area, and you are directed to the more militant offices that include there's not so much a military in Everden as much as just the existence of the Perch Guard, which kind of works as both.
There's probably like there's like it's sort of a hierarchy. There's like
There is.
they're militarily trained town's guard, sort of. It's gonna encompass both if needed.
Yes, exactly. So it's more like a
Efficient.
It's an amalgamation of a police force and military presence.
Efficient. Terrifying, but efficient.
You are outside the door of this office. Do you know?
He will sort of shift his disguise, not to disguise his like, coloring, but sort of like to make sure his outfit look more presentable.
Oh, so
Maybe
you
even
just look
matching
like
some.
you in a better outfit.
Yeah, just me is him in a better outfit. Just
Okay.
not looking at as shabby because he also needs to. Part of his shopping is going to find some very nice clothes.
Okay.
But he hasn't gone and done that yet because he wants to get this done first. So then he's gonna go. Yeah, but for now, illusion will work. Yeah, he'll knock on the door.
All right. You knock on the door a couple times, and after a few moments, you hear a very sharp "Enter."
He will do so. Enter.
You come into this office, and it is methodically organized in here. Stark blank walls, a desk in the middle of the room with very carefully placed piles of parchment. Behind the desk is sitting a older barn owl like Strig. Very well dressed, very militant, composed, what you'd expect from someone in this position, and he doesn't even look up at you. He's too busy working.
He will come up to a respectable distance from the desk. Sir, I have some information that you will absolutely need to see.
At this point, he puts down his quill and looks up. You are not one of my guards. Not what I was expecting.
No. Though my matter does concern some of them. I assume you heard through Speaker Avery or her aides that old Tommen was captured last night and delivered to the jail by myself and my compatriots.
It's been brought to my attention, yes.
He will take out the large black book. This is his ledger. I've transcribed some of it. He will sort of like find a unoccupied part of the desk and set it down very carefully, and he'll take out the separate piece of parchment that is the list. It is the list, and this is what concerns you the most. I found and transcribed a list of names and ranks of guards and their shifts that appeared to be on the take, overlooking crimes, giving them windows to move their product, all manner of unperched guard-like behavior.
He's taking it out of your hands already and is scanning through the list. This is quite the extensive list that you've acquired here.
I have a certain set of skills. Transcribing the coding that he used took a bit of effort, but I had a little bit of help. And it's a long list, but I suppose it could be longer. What you choose to do with them is your business. This is your area.
I will certainly verify this information and take steps of my own. Thank you. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention.
Of course. A secure Alderheart is a safe Alderheart, after all. I'll be using some of the information from this book to find accomplices and others who benefited from Tommen's businesses that if I find solid leads on names, I will also notify you.
We were aware he was based down in the roots. However, the exact location had eluded us for some time. Where exactly did you stumble upon this information?
It is a dive bar in the more, I don't know, what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive bar in the more, I don't know what you would call it, a dive hardened part of the roots. I can't remember the name of the bar off the top of my head, but
We'll say you do.
Yeah,
Because it's in my notes and I have to dig it up. And
Gerald remembers. Nate doesn't.
Yeah.
He'll tell him the name of the bar. I was investigating a separate matter that turned out to be related. The bartender seemed to know why I was there and seemed willing to assist. I was hoping at some point with a bit of bit more monetary means to buy out the bar and start making improvements to the roots. But as far as Tommen himself, there was a small building just outside of the Alderheart, one of the tunnels in the roots leads to. We found him and a few of his men there. When I found his office, we'll call it, in the bar, there was a bit of a scuffle. I managed to apprehend one of his lieutenants, dispatching 2 others, and finding this journal, which gave me the information I have here. We didn't find
you
any
notice
answer.
that he's making notes the entire time you're speaking, half of the time looking up at you while writing. I mean, he's a cop. He's done this for a long time.
Oh, yeah. At the end of the day, Tommen was secured, innocents were saved, and people were given the opportunity to better themselves. All in all, a good night.
Is this your first run-in with the Takers?
With Tommen's crew, particularly?
That's what they were. That is the name of his little gang, the Takers.
Rather uncreative name. I imagine I've had minor scuffles before. I don't think they were related to the attacks from the Bandit Coalition attack a while back. If they weren't involved in that, then not directly, no.
Mind my asking, how exactly did this come to your attention?
You detailed in here, as well as a list of charges, a piece of parchment, which essentially is like all the things this journal can prove that he did, like racketeering, theft, all that stuff. He sets those down for legal proceedings. I listed all these. Racketeering, he was pushing heavily on store owners. One of the store owners' adoptive children was being pressured to do certain things, and he took their younger siblings as hostages to ensure their cooperation. I suspected something was wrong. I'm well acquainted with the look of a troubled child in a bad situation from personal experience. I went to investigate to ensure they were all right, and it all sort of snowballed from there. But the children are safe, and that is what it was most important to me at the time.
Very well. He kind of takes the paper that he was writing and sets it into a pile with the notebooks that you have given him, and then very adds to his stacks. I appreciate your assistance. Have a good day. And just kind of gestures to his door.
Of course. He'll he sort of adjusts his pendant, kind of straighten himself out, and then he'll walk towards the door.
As you're walking out the door, make a perception check for me.
That's a dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20. As you're walking out the door, you notice that there is a crest above his door frame, just ever so subtly placed. That looks very familiar to you. Matches your necklace.
He kind of pauses, Sort of looks back at him.
He's already looking at his papers. He's back to working.
One last question, sir. I understand you're very busy. This
Quite.
crest here,
Yes.
he'll sort of like take out the pendant and sort of hold it up. I've had this since I was born, essentially, but I never knew what it meant.
He kind of sighs and gets up from the desk and walks over and just holds the pendant in his talons. How exactly did you come about this again?
It was on me when I was a child. I've had it since I was a baby.
This is the crest of the Night Feather family. This is my family's crest. However, I can't imagine why you would have such a thing. And he just kind of lets it go.
Well, that would do with my name being Gerald Nightfeather.
Not possible. He turns and goes back to his desk. He seems very no bullshit.
He takes out the sword and holds it out. I've also had this. He hasn't drawn it. He's taken like the sheath and everything, and so I heard that. I've also had this. It was taken the night that I was.
He looks it over. Make an insight check.
Ooh, I like that. I like this rainbow die. It's very nice to me. 22.
22. There is a hint of recognition and a little bit of pissed off as he sits back down at his desk and goes, "Interesting blade."
He'll sort of tuck it back around and tighten his belt. It's a lot to unload on you at once. I'll let you deal with one thing at a time, but you know where to find me. He'll bow his head and he'll exit the office.
Okay. I'm a bitch. I'm sorry.
I kind of felt it coming and just like, this bitch. Of course
Anybody
he's
else?
and of course he's an asshole. Why wouldn't he be an asshole? But
Alright.
yeah, he will drop by, see if Conrad's in his office or if he's off scheming somewhere.
Conrad is in his office. He seems to be, just like the rest of the members of the council that you've seen, quite busy.
Quite busy. He'll pop his head in. Conrad.
Ah, yes. Gerald. Is there something I can assist you with?
Possibly. Complicated matters. Well, for one, I gave the list of list of guards on the take, as well as the book of evidence, to your other council member.
There are many.
Since
Which one are you referring to?
he kind of taps his foot. Councilman Nightfeather.
Oh, Warwick. Okay.
Yes. He looks very concerned. He kind of like tries to shake it off. I gave him the appropriate evidence and everything. Although, if you do, our friend, one of our new compatriots, did make an additional copy. If you would like to observe it, see if you see anything that he might miss, since he doesn't seem the sharing type.
I certainly wouldn't say no, of course.
He also takes, sort of like holds out the pendant. He also had this in his office.
Well, yes, it is his family's crest.
Conrad, it's my family's crest. I've had this signet since I was a child. There were three things he took that day: me, a sword, and this pendant. The only things I was ever allowed to have was the sword and the pendant. And what rags I had for clothes. Sad backstory, all that nonsense. But I've had these since I was a baby.
Warwick is a difficult nut to crack if you have not been able to tell already.
Yeah. He's... And I'm getting better at learning how to crack those shells, but he's a tough one. Very about his duty, I imagine. Like, wait, I'm fighting the nose goblins.
I think I'm okay.
It's like,
If
No, I
you'd
don't
like,
want to
I can look further into this. He's very stoic.
reserved.
He doesn't talk much about his family, but his family is of great wealth and importance here in Everden. I'm sure
Imagine
the
so,
rumors have circled in some way that could explain.
I don't want to jump the gun. I mean, there's a connection there somewhere. I don't want to jump the gun and spring the F word on him. That probably wouldn't go very well. He might actually stab me.
Well, as far as I'm aware, he's never had any children of his own.
Well, that eliminates that. Hopefully. I have enough fatherly issues than to have a politician's one. But I showed it to him and the sword, and he seemed to recognize it a bit, but he wasn't going to make anything of it, any show or any acknowledgement of it while I was there.
Do you mind if I take a look? I do not think I have inspected it up close myself.
He'll pull the pendant and the sword out and find a non-cluttered part of the desk. Because Conrad is not nearly as meticulous as the other guy.
But Conrad's a minimalist, so
Yeah.
even though you'd expect he's not as organized, he's not meticulous. But he also, with his job, doesn't leave shit out.
Yeah,
Because
he's
it's
like
too
everything
dangerous.
everything has its place, and it's not directly in my face.
And it's not visible.
Yeah, subtlety.
Yeah. You can make another insight check if you like.
Both of these men are very difficult to crack. Ooh. Who's that? Insight?
Yeah.
19.
He's hard to read. He's very hard to read.
It's probably harder to read than work. He's
He's a lot
spy
harder
master.
to read than work.
He's a spy
Just
master.
normally.
Yeah.
But he's kind of looks over the sword a little bit and turns it and then sets it back down on the desk. It appears to be one of the signature swords that they give out to members of their own personal house guard in that family.
That's certainly served me well. It's well made. Though I almost got my head rung in by the blacksmith, but he took care of sharpening and polishing it for me. But as I've said before, it's the two things I've always had. So he'll put it back on his hip and bend it back around. I mean, the person who gave me my name was Barnabas. Or at least he told me that. At least he told me he gave me the name Gerald. Nightfeather was... I don't know. I don't know if he said it and I just grabbed onto it, or if I heard it. I was I was barely walking. My early memories of me being barely able to walk. So I don't know how young I was when he took me. I thought as an egg, but that's at least that's what he told me. But it's Barnabas.
Well, this certainly has given me more information to go on. If you'd like me to continue to look into this for you, I know you've asked me before.
Well, he knows, at least in some capacity now. I guess I just have to wait and see what he does about it. Just that if I go around poking around his family business before he's allowed me, it's probably not going to go well for me. Oh. There is another matter. Do you know if there's a registry of since Tommen's in jail and now the sufficient evidence has been to, at the very least, keep him there for a long period of time, and all things going well, of course, would any properties under his name be forfeit?
Well, if anything happens to be identifiable, it can be returned to whoever previously owned it, but that depends on whether or not it's identifiable. If it is not, then it's just...
There's a couple of safe houses. A couple of safe houses that I was aware of, one of which I have he kind of smirks a little bit, a friend staying in for the time being. I need to go check in on him. But the bar that I found him in, I believe you're familiar with this. You may be familiar with the bar in that particular, little larger taverns in the Roots.
Yes, I am aware.
He was using the office in the basement as his base of operations. Secret tunnel and everything. That's very handy.
I was aware of that as well.
I've
been keeping an eye out for quite some time to find a moment when which I could do something about it. And it seems that you all have beat me to it.
Well, then I won't tell you the embarrassing method in which I found myself there. Almost dying. That wasn't fun. I'm considering seeing what would the pricing and what would go into owning such a business, putting it to better use.
He just kind of he's always hard to read, but this time he actually gives off a little smirk and goes, "I believe that job is already taken."
Maybe. And I believe the person doing that job does it fantastically. But I have ulterior motives to my ulterior motives. Something to remind all of you in your positions of something. That the strength of a tree relies in its roots, and ours here are rotted and filled with people like Tommy. I've been thinking of ways to revitalize some parts of that. Not saying I'm interested in politics, but just some ideas I have rolling around.
Interesting.
I have to put something he taught me to use, after all. But any bigger moves, I'll be sure to give you a warning, or whatever we call it in this business these days. Now, I have to go find myself some nice clothes. I've been wearing this ratty old thing for the last couple of months we've been out and about. If I'm going to be an upstanding citizen revitalizing the less fortunate, I need to not look like I should be a bum on the street.
Travel safe. I must get back to this preparation for our negotiations.
Indeed. I'm almost hopeful.
Have a good day. So we get back. And he'll
Oh dear.
go off, and he'll off to the tailors. But
Okay.
they don't have. We can jump off from there.
Okay. You're able to
Yes.
acquire whatever it is that you were reaching for at the tailor's. Zinzies, are you ready to face your parents? I think that face
Zinzies.
says it.
Reluctantly, maybe.
Are you going to try to, or are you going to keep avoiding them? Is how I should word that.
Paige is tired, so Paige is trying to formulate words right now. I'll try my best to confront them.
Okay. Are you just going to the Defiant Pixie, or are you going to try and find them in town, or?
Yeah, I'll go to the Defiant Pixie.
Okay. Are you doing this the next day, or are you doing this a couple days later?
Couple days later,
Okay.
after the whole... She needs, like, a day to herself.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll say after, like, three days?
Mm-hmm.
You are on your way from your home that you have been working to help build towards the place that you used to stay, the Defiant Pixie. And all along the way, you notice that people in the town have started hanging colored ribbons throughout the town. Lots of banners. It's being decorated like you haven't really seen before. Cloth of yellows and oranges and whites and blues all strung through the branches.
That's new.
Even while Gerald the Goth, it's too good of one outside.
And you find yourself outside the Defiant Pixie.
Well, here goes nothing.
Now enter.
Alright. You go in, and the first thing you notice is the bartender. Big servant that you've known for a long time now.
I can never remember his name.
I did. Begins with an F.
Frank.
Don't think that's right.
Frank.
Frank.
It's like I did a lot of very similar names,
Belden.
unfortunately.
Finney. Ferguson.
Finny, there is a Finny, there is a Finnick, there is a Finn. I had a little thing, apparently. I do that quite a bit for anyone who's at home wondering why. I don't know. This just happens. It's somewhere in these notes of mine, and I don't know how dedicated I am to figuring it out. Do. Nope, that's not it. I thought it was. Anyway, we're just gonna move past it. And he sees you come in, and he just kind of... Oh, it's been a while. Where the fuck have you all been?
Long story short, keeping everyone safe.
Well, keep at it whenever you can. That sounds like a great thing to do. See, you wouldn't happen to be looking for a couple of squirrels, would you? Because they've been here for like a week.
I am looking for them, actually.
Great. They're over there. And he kind of points off to a table.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'll flick him a gold piece.
That's unnecessary, but always appreciated.
Remove gold from my inventory. I got too fucking many already.
He'll put it in the barred window spot.
Yeah. I'll head over to the table with the Jordines.
Alright, you head over and you see your parents, Bramble and Cedar, kind of not arguing, but correcting each other back and forth over the strangest, like which bakery they want to go to today. It's just, and your sister is just ignoring it completely, and in her book she's like, I'm not listening to this.
What's the name of the bakery that I traumatized with money?
I did have that one written down. I just looked at it too.
Oh, they owe us baklavas on Thursday.
They do. It is called the Early Oven Bakery. Is the one that you went to.
Mm-hmm.
And they are also talking about a bakery that is called, because I wrote this one down too. What did I put it? Yawning Frog.
If you prefer freshly made scones, I recommend the Early Oven Bakery.
I speak up as I approach.
They both perk up, and you watch your mom just, oh, Zinzies, there you are. We've been looking everywhere for you. And she just kind of goes and gives you a huge hug immediately.
Hi, Mama.
And your dad's sitting there going, see? I told you we'd find her. And we found her. And there she is. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Papa.
What have you been up to?
It's a long story.
Breakfast? You want breakfast? Can we get some? Let's get you some breakfast. I'll get you. I'll be right back. And he starts to get. Oh, you know your dad. He's always loved to fuss over ya.
I know.
So come on, sit. Tell us. What have you been up to? How's it been going? Are you being safe?
Yes, Mama. I've been being safe.
Don't lie to me, child.
Somewhere across the entire city.
I'm going to try and lie to my mother.
Somewhere across the city, Gerald is laughing hysterically for no apparent reason. He doesn't know why. He's gonna giggle fit for no reason. From the
emotion of lying has been transmitted through the necklace.
just like we didn't even hear the lie. We just feel it. Gerald just like,
I'm gonna try and lie to my mom.
Yup. Let's roll it off, bitch.
9.
oh, it's a sad face.
9 total.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll an inspiration.
Okay.
It got worse. Now it's a 4.
See, that's what you get for lying to your mom. Your mom's smile never disappears, but you've seen this look in her eyes. Zinzies, sweetie, are you being safe?
Had to discuss with family.
Why do I feel this is the same kind of tension as a mother asking her son if they're using condoms?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of. Or are you sure you want me to do your laundry today? I love how all of the guys in this group went, oh no. Nathan and Brian are both
Mama, you know the type of work I do, I can't always guarantee safety.
I know, honey. I'm always going to worry about you.
I know, but you got birch, copper, knotgrass, and paisley to worry about, too.
She kind of does that thing where she, like, squeezes your chins that moms do. She's just like, I can worry about all my kids. I have that ability. I'm a mom.
No.
She lets go.
exactly brings you guys into town?
Well, we wanted to check on our little girl. Grown woman. Sorry.
My eye twitches being called little because I am the second eldest, but I am the shortest.
Mm-hmm. Grown woman. Sorry. And we don't get out very much, and had some time on our hands, and thought maybe we'd come and see the altar heart. We've never seen it.
So I'm gonna completely pretend the fact that I didn't talk to Paisley a couple days before.
Mm-hmm.
So where's Birch, Copper, and Knotgrass, and Finny?
Well, Finny got a job back with the Towns Guard again. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but, he's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. And, Birch, I think, has been assisting the town elder and helping her organize her library or something like that. Copper has been working on one of the farms around the corner. I don't know if you remember the True Hearts, but
Yeah, I remember them.
they've been helping out with the True Hearts every now and then. And Knotgrass has been at the local store working there as one of the, well, she's still working inventory for now, but, give it time, give it time. I'm causing everyone trauma because they're thinking about their own mothers.
Oh no, my mother was not that nice.
No. I have a Midwestern Irish mother. She's so it's a lot of this with a lot of heavy sarcasm and a little bit of just sprinkling of passive aggression.
I have no comment at this time.
Be lucky you only had a sprinkling.
Yeah, this interaction is so awkward.
It's a mom. What do you want?
Yeah.
That's all good to hear. That's good to hear.
At this point, your dad comes back with just like a heaping pile of eggs and bacon. Here you go, darling. I just, food here is really good. Have you ever eaten here before? It's fantastic.
I have. You guys tried their pancakes?
Pancakes. I didn't think of that. Oh, I should get pancakes, right? I should get pancakes.
You don't have to get them right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. How you doing, kiddo?
Good.
Good.
Great.
Glad you seem to be doing well.
Yeah. Nope, just helping keep the older part safe now. Now that Meadowfen has been taken care of.
Big time. Big time. It seems
Yeah.
like you're doing really well for yourself then.
Mm-hmm.
So no longer just small town's guard. You're big time town's guard.
Still technically a part of the Meadowfen Town's Guard, but doing jobs here and there with my friends.
Oh, new friends. This is your mom now, if you can't tell. Well, I'd love to hear all about them.
Oh, I know. Oh no, that one got me. Like, oh, your new friends. Like, oh no, I have to explain my choice in friends.
I'm sure you do, Mama.
Oh, honey, she's got friends.
Well, do I get to meet
That
any
one
of
hit
them?
personal.
They're kind of busy at the moment.
Oh well.
Only I was able to stop by and visit this morning.
Oh well. Maybe they'll be able to stop by the festival in a couple days. It's why we've been sticking around for so long, We've been really excited to see the big festival.
The big what now?
Oh, did you see all the banners being hung outside? It's been looking quite wonderful. It's the Midsummer Festival for the god Altea. Altea Ardea. Sarah suddenly blanked out on the name of my own of my fucking gods.
Paige has no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Ardea. Ardea is the Dawn Mother. She is a neutral good god, and she is the goddess of life and light. She's often
Would Cindy's know anything about this?
This would not even require a history check, honestly. The Titan and Ardea are the two main deities of the Amarantine, which is what is referred to when talking about the gods. They represent the yin and the yang, the day and the night. Titan is a dark black strig figure, kind of like a barn owl, and Ardea is a white crane, white and golden crane, and she represents the daytime and the light. And the two of them continue to work in unison and built the Amarantine. So that much you would definitely know. Her holy symbol is a radiant sun with 2 golden feathers that come off the side of it. And I don't know if this will show for anyone watching at home. So if it doesn't, I am sorry. But for those who are in the call, I can show you.
Whoa.
This is Ardea.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Looks like a Decemberist album cover.
You're not wrong. So you at least would know who this is, especially coming from a farm town where Ardea is very much worshipped, as she is. So it says she is depicted as a great stork with shining golden feathers, wreathed in flowers or other plant life. She is the Amarantine of the sun and watches over flora and fauna of Everden, providing them with light and energy to grow. So as someone who is raised in a farming community, she's extremely important.
Sorry, I'm trying to formulate words because I'm tired right
No, you're
now.
fine.
Right. Oh yeah, I guess the Midsummer Festival is approaching soon. I guess I lost track of time.
Well, it's on such a small scale at home. I can only imagine how grand it's going to be here.
Yeah, definitely grand.
So exciting. Well, anyway, we're going to stick around at least for the first day of the festival before heading home. If you want to go to the festival, and we'll see you there at some point. You don't have to hang out with your old mom, dad the whole time.
Oh yes, I love the guilt tripping. Just love it.
She's a mother.
Mm.
I don't know about you, but this is very familiar to me.
This is traumatizing.
Way too familiar.
This is traumatizing. I didn't sign up for this shit, Sarah.
I'm sorry.
Trigger warning. Moms.
Trigger warning, moms.
That is a yes. That needs to be yes.
I'm way
That
too
needs to be
fucking
posted
tired
more.
for this. Zinzi's will just nod. She'll be like,
Well, I'll see if I can fit it into my schedule to stop by the festival.
Oh, wonderful.
mm-hmm.
And you guys are able to enjoy a nice, peaceful, relaxing, and you can tell me whether I'm right or wrong, but I imagine at this point it probably is a little bit nice to be just back to the normal of being with your family. Because you haven't had a sense of normal for a while.
Even being with them is not normal, but it's as normal as I'll get.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a week.
It's
I mean,
still,
weeks
it
ago,
is
right?
that reflective familiarity of family gossip, listening to your parents bicker like nothing has changed, the random quips back and forth, your sister just like, none of this is happening.
want to make sure my sister isn't reading a copy of Tusk Love right now.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I perceive everything. 9!
It is not Tusk Love, but is definitely not a book that you're would be interested in. You kind of like look over her shoulder and see that it is like it's a book on divination, and you're like, nope.
Nope.
I'm not doing that.
Not for me.
Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
Ben's not
Nothing.
there, but divination.
Nothing I can think of now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gwendolyn, is there anything you were thinking about doing these next couple days?
Well, check your messages, because I sent you an itemized list.
Oh my god. Brian.
It's only 26 items,
Only.
give or take.
You've listed
Toss
An
a daybed and some
emerald?
curtains in there too.
an emerald velvet chaise lounge.
Yeah, that's the first item on the list. There's a plum velvet poufette.
What is a poufette?
It's like a poof, but like smaller, because she's dainty.
Why am I not surprised Brian asked for that?
I
Why
need
am I
8
not surprised?
Hold on, I need 8 crystal lamps, a honey walnut credenza, a walnut cedar lapis armoire, an enchanted bone porcelain pan for sitting.
Lemon cushioned wicker chairs.
Yeah, you have to go through all of them because they're all they're fabulous. It's Gwendolyn. I particularly like the living tapestry, which is just constantly moving and portrays like a forest landscape.
What's a pergola?
The fanciest thing
Pergola?
Gerald wants is a singular special drawer he's gonna ask Showery to make so he can hide shit in his desk.
It's so it's those wooden it's the wooden trellis kind of things that have like just like really open tops, but still like you can put plants on them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
Japanese gardens have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the giant nut nesting beds. I believe there's got to be a tree with nuts that big. Giggity. I mean, we're in a tree. Does this tree have nuts?
That's what Helen said.
What's the Showery said?
No, Showery did not say that.
My bad, but that's what
Wow.
Gwendolyn said. What? I need a pink velvet plush chair set.
You
And the
are
glass-
able to get a lot of these things require commission.
Yep, and Gwen has coin, so she's willing to pay.
Yep.
But she's gonna definitely schmooze the people. The glass top marble or maple living table has a succulent and small plant garden just underneath the glass, so that it's open, so that when you're using it as a table, like
those are fucking beautiful. I've seen them and I love them.
yeah.
I would say the stone pool is the one that most of the stuff, because you guys have been offered complimentary. I wouldn't say complimentary. Is being paid for by the council.
Right. I mean, most of this stuff, especially the custom items, Gwen is going to tip the person who makes them because there are a lot of very like intricate elements to them. Like, for example, the violet velvet round couch separates, and like.
Of course it does.
Yeah, why wouldn't it, right? And that inner part can come out.
Of course.
So that you can sit like across from each other rather than like back to back around.
Uh-huh.
Mostly she got it for the kids to play with, but
And I thought I was gonna build some intricate shit.
2 of the nests are guest nests. So like if her son comes to visit or if the kids sleep over, they have a space.
Okay. All right.
And then
I would
the,
say that the hot tub is your biggest investment there.
okay, I
Just-
figured that would be the case because it's the most intricate. Because let's see here, get this to stop doing this. If you'll notice item T, there are 3 pools that sort of like cascade down, so it creates like a waterfall effect, but also feeds the sink in the little apothecary closet that she has. Yeah. Just. Yep.
That one is even more work than
Yeah.
the forge that was created.
Here's the thing. She's willing to trade in magics as well. And a lot of
services.
For example, C8 is just a bunch of small crystal lights woven together on a line, and she's happy to help with the druid craft in that.
Okay. That is able to be done much quicker.
Right. And let me know what the
I'll
cost.
say you have to drop about 150 gold for the hot tub.
Well, what's the total for like everything?
Well, I will leave how much you think is right to tip for other things, because they're not telling you the price of any of it.
Right, okay. I'm going to then tip... I'll say that I spent about $500 or 500 gold.
Okay. Mark it off.
Hold on. Okay.
You guys got bank. I made sure of it.
Yeah. And assuming that this all takes place in like the next week or two, once everything is in place, Gwen is going to invite the kiddos for a sleepover.
Okay. We'll come. That will take about a week, so we will come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm switching my earphone because it's hurting my ear. But yeah. Is that everything that you want to take care of over these next couple days?
Aside from spending more time with Ramona, which we don't need to roleplay because
okay.
she's had a rough go.
Okay.
And then just helping out around the house, like if people need help with painting and organizing, she'll probably help Shaori with dusting and getting everything sorted. Changa, making sure that the curtains are blackout curtains so that she doesn't have too much light in there if she doesn't need it.
No worries.
If Lindsay needs help with anything, even just disguising the room outside of her bedroom as a bedroom, or whatever.
Outside of her closet.
What we could do with that room, as Gerald might suggest, is since he doesn't really want it as like a bedroom, we put great big pillows in there. That's what the kids can have their sleepover.
Cuddle room.
It's the cuddle, not necessarily have to cuddle, but with Cindy's, it's like, I want a bigger thing to lay on. She just walks around the corner and just flops on a giant pillow, and there's no one else in there.
Well, if that's
a nice, relaxing room.
I was thinking that the kids stay in Gwen's room because then Lindsay's gonna have to sleep next to screaming children. But
that is also a fair point.
We won't go too much longer. I know you're pretty tired there, Paige. I promise. I just have one more thing that I want to do, and then we'll call it a night. Is there anything else anybody in particular wants to do before I move on to Shari?
I just want to make sure I add a day bed for the bottom bay window, and plenty of fancy drapes and curtains and stuff for the window, and also for the partitions that I build for my room, because my room is huge and I'm going to have multiple sections.
All right.
As far as Gerald's bedroom, like sort of Gothic style hardwood, the office is very like he has a great big work desk in front of the window, and probably with Shaori's help after whatever traumatic experience you're about to inflict on them, he'll probably work to make it like all the kind of secret compartments, like a weapon, like a quick draw for a knife or whatever, like the battle desk essentially is where you're going to be like doing this. So it's basically like very dark wood, very like, but also kind of it's not saying like Conrad style, but it's somewhere in that vein of it's stylish. It's in a very particular style, but it's not overly flashy. It's very like it's dark tones, very like nice carvings and stuff in the wood and everything, but like it's not like this is mahogany. Like But yeah. And other than that, uh, quick question, sort of to end my thing: will the armor be ready by the time of the festival?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Once the armor is ready, he has an armor rack ready for it, so he can have it all together.
Okay. I'll say you're able to even. It's actually, I think they were delivering it.
Yeah.
So they do end up delivering it to the house, um, along with some pots and pans. I think they were still getting.
Yeah.
And you have your armor.
Huzzah! I now have Mithril half-plate, or
Nice.
Gerald, that I can also have stuff that he wears, like, so he has like we can style over it, so it looks very goth but very cool, and I don't have disadvantage on my stealth. Yeah. So yeah, that's me
Alright.
done. And existential crises regarding his family. The usual.
Mhm.
Your turn, Shari.
Shari, was there anything you wanted to
Yes.
do?
I'm just building away
Okay.
over that week. That's
Alright.
my thing.
A couple nights into the break, you are fast asleep. And your night starts out dreamless, like any other night. But that doesn't last. Gotta switch my music for those at home. There is a sudden flash of memory. And another. And another. A child being berated by a Corvum parent. Strict voices clamoring in a hall, and you can't quite make them out. A passionate night, but you don't recognize the lover. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Natural 20. Plus 7. So 27 total.
These images flash in your mind, and you force focus on one. Your mind is pulled into this familiar memory, but it's not your own. You are the lady of the house, staring at the corpse of your husband, fussed over by the servants as they believe your wailing cries. However, deep inside is not grief, but satisfaction. He's gone. No more judgmental looks, no more prodding questions. Just you and your friend. The vision suddenly disappears as abruptly as it started, and you find yourself floating in expansive abyss. Nothing to see. Do you do anything?
Going to collect myself. Vaguely remember the mansion. I'm going to check and see if I have my bag of holding on me.
You cannot find anything. A voice seems to creep behind you, around you, but you still see nothing.
I try and spin in space. I know nothing's going to happen.
A curious thing.
Hello?
Unexpected.
So are you.
These memories are not yours.
I know. They're the mistress of the house. The mansion. She's dead now, you know.
Why do you have them?
When one shares a mind, remnants remain.
Interesting.
I shared in her mind chaos.
You can almost feel this impending sense of smug as the voice, almost directly in your ear, just goes, I found a new toy. And you snap awake. Roll.
Heart's pounding.
Roll me a percentile dice.
Oh, a percentile. Okay. Let's do.
What?
Being one of like, hi.
16, if I'm reading these right.
16.
Yes.
Your eyes pop awake in the bed, but you cannot move. You are frozen in place. You also take
Nope, 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 nope,
Oh! Oh!
4 points of psychic damage,
Alright.
and your head is pounding.
Oh. Oh.
After about a minute or so, you feel like you're able to move again.
I scramble out of bed immediately, and I get my, just move everything just to make sure.
Yeah.
Think about what just happened.
Yeah.
I start writing it down in one of my journals before I forget.
Yeah, make a history check just to see how much you can write down before it slips from you, as memories are prone to do.
Right.
Or as
I get a plus.
dreams are prone to do. Yes, Gwen.
Okay.
I'm obviously not there, and I'm obviously not in the dream either. But is this mansion similar to, say, one that we've encountered previously?
One that you have encountered, or one that your other character has encountered, Obsidian?
Luigi's Mansion?
Yes.
Yep.
For anyone
I got a
who
22 total.
participated, 22?
Yeah.
All right, you're able to
I'm
get
sorry,
down a
run
good
that by
chunk of
me
that
again?
memory, and the essence of whatever that thing was.
Can I roll an insight check to see what that thing was?
You can
disadvantage
certainly
even?
try. Yeah, it would be a disadvantage.
Okay, I'm completely down for that.
And Gwen,
7 plus 7, 14.
14. All right, I'll come back to that. Gwen has no understanding of this place. Would have no understanding of this place. Obsidian would. 14.
Yeah.
Off the table lore check.
Nope. Not familiar.
Okay.
Do I hear, what time is it? Is it like early in the morning?
I would say this is probably about 4 or 5 a.m.
Okay. Gwen's probably up downstairs in the kitchen making tea and...
I would find someone. I would probably go to Gwen, being the other magic user.
Mm-hmm.
And Gwen.
She's just sitting down there like, why are there so many songs about rainbows?
I sit down either behind her or beside her if she's like at the sink or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look at the floor. Have you ever had nightmares come real?
Oh! I didn't hear you come in, dear. Nightmares become real. Well, not literally. My husband dying was a nightmare, but, that's a story for the ages.
Funny you should say that.
Would you like a spot of tea, dear? You're practically
No,
shaking.
thank you.
Something stronger then?
No, thank you. Maybe some water.
Would you like a sprig of mint in there?
I look into the mind of chaos. And tonight chaos looked back at me.
Alright, a wedge of lemon then. And she puts
Just stone-faced,
yeah.
just staring at you, eyes
Now,
kind of dead.
before you kind of continue here, should I grab my tarot cards? Do you need a reading? Do you need guidance?
I think I do. It's funny, usually I'm the one who guides others.
Oh, what a coincidence. I happen to have my cards with me in kitchen.
See, just... Okay, this might be weird, but can I ask Gwen to make a perception check?
What is she receiving?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm asking for a roll. Just to see if I say this detail or not.
I'm game.
Cool.
I can
Please
remember.
roll this perception.
No wooden dice. Oh, 13.
Okay. You see just small glints of moisture in her feathers around her eyes.
You know what? I think blueberries. And she goes to the fridge and grabs just like a couple blueberries and plops them in your water. The antioxidant should help. Now.
If she's not looking you directly in the eye, she's looking at the floor at her feet.
Okay. Do we have time to do this, or do you want to take this starting next session?
We'll have time to do this. It'll be the last thing we do.
Okay. Alright, yeah, shuffle the cards for me.
I reach out and just absentmindedly shuffle like a
Okay.
deck of cards.
Alright, 3 piles. 1, 2, 3. And split it in half. Alright, let's see. Your past is... Oh dear. The 3 of Swords. And then we... 5 of Swords. And the Emperor. What a curious reading.
Many swords.
Can I get a little guidance from the DM as to what I'm seeing here?
I don't know tarot anymore. I haven't for a very long time.
Well, the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords.
Wait. You need help with tarot shit?
No. I just how can I glean?
I don't.
when-
Yeah, I'm trying to associate the cards with the backstory, but I
Yeah.
don't know the cards. So Brian's going to explain the cards.
I can half-ass this. Don't worry. If you're
Well,
watching it, just pretend
explain-
that it's
Well, what does the 3 of Swords usually mean? And I can give you context.
well, it's not good usually.
I've had a very bad past.
Wait, did you actually deal cards?
Mhm.
Yep.
Did you deal 3 of them?
Yep.
I'm
Just
sending-
name the cards real quick. I'll see if I recognize them.
Well, no, I mean I have the book here to read off
It's
of.
3 of Swords.
Hey, never mind. I was
It's-
trying to help.
Yeah, it's
No,
3
no.
of Swords,
I know.
5 of Swords, and then the Emperor.
And I'm
3 of Swords is not good. That symbolizes heartbreak, and if that's the past card, that means that symbolizes Shaori losing her husband, the losing husband bit.
or
5 of Swords, yeah.
the wife
4
and the
Swords, I can't remember what it's for. What was the last one?
Emperor.
Emperor usually represents male figure of authority, father figure, or husband.
Priest.
Yeah.
the Hierophant is usually a priest. But yeah.
Hierophant usually represents more of like a priestly person.
Well,
Yeah.
the priest in my situation was my father figure.
Also, those tarot are beautiful.
Thank you.
This is what I can remember off the top of my head. I need
Yeah,
to brush
yeah.
up on my tarot studies.
Thank you.
No,
cool.
I appreciate that. And
Just
also,
always know Three of Swords is never a good sign.
oh yeah, that's why I pulled it. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, good. Well, dear, the Emperor is good. It's it represents sort of a strong figurehead that may just be a powerful ally, or perhaps someone to help you, or maybe even you in the future. But I can't say the same for the first two cards. Should we maybe do a seance tonight? Once you've had more time to rest.
Not sure a seance can deal with this.
Well, if it's some sort of aberration, or
I recount a little bit more about the feeling I had being in a complete void, and how the voices came from different places.
well, that would make sense. The Five of Swords is typically a card of what is that old folk song? Know when to fold them, know when to walk away. But the Three of Swords is one of heartache and despair, and it seems that something has shaken you to the level of just that.
I'm not sure.
But you
I
are.
know my past is riddled with heartache. I've lost a lot. But I'm not sure what... They called me a toy. A plaything.
Who did, dear?
The voices, silly. The void.
Oh, okay.
The chaos. Without realizing it, Shaori is going to cast Thaumaturgy, and her eyes are just going to go black.
Okay.
Roll another percentile for me, Shari.
42.
32?
42. The meaning of life
42.
and everything.
You just start muttering incoherently to yourself about the dream, and it's not really speech, it's just kind of non-stop muttering. It's a little disconcerting, Gwen.
I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
You have the option of making an intelligence saving throw, but Gwen is going to warn you first, like, Shaori dear, I'm going to cast something on you to sort of help you.
With that percentile dice, am I able to respond, or am I just in the muttering?
Respond, no, but you are aware of what's being said.
Okay. So if you do want to make an intelligence save, you can. Otherwise, Gwen is basically just going to sort of give you the impression that you're sitting with Gwen on a beach.
So I rolled a die to see if I would, and
Okay.
the insanity is going to make me roll an intelligence check, you said? Or
Yeah.
Save.
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 Yes.
Okay.
Roll low.
Intelligence save is a 6 plus 2. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
8.
no.
Okay,
You
so
feel-
14. Yeah,
You-
14 was the DC. So, in your mind, we're no longer in the kitchen. You're just sitting with Gwen on a beach. The waves are just slowly lapping up. It's very calm. It's very relaxing. there's a light breeze. There's no one else around us. And Gwen is going to sort of just be like, "You're all right. You're safe. You're here. We're here together. We'll figure this out."
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode. That's actually a really good spot, I think.
That's a really good spot to end.
I add
At
it?
this point, we just pan out a little bit. The screen goes black, and we just hear a voice in the black go. Interesting.
Can we have an epilogue scene?
That was the epilogue scene.
I mean, so what was it?
We're not paying attention.
A voice in the what?
Void.
So right after this as this is occurring, it backs out and fades to black, and you just hear a single voice go. Interesting.
Oh, from the void that was once where Showery was. Oh, okay, that's far more concerning. I thought you said from the bar or for something like that's like from the rafters. I'm like, what the fuck's it about doing?
Nope.
And that's what we're going to call it a night.
Thank you so much for doing that. So excited.
That's great.
I hope,
Showery's going crazy. Showery's
thank you
going
everyone for
crazy.
joining us. We really appreciate anyone who stuck around. Thank you, Paige, for hanging out. You can always bail if you need to.
You guys know I hate just bouncing out.
I know.
You know.
But I have another friend who wants to jump on a call with me right now, so I need to go before I pass out on her too.
All right. Good night, sweetie.
Okay.
I love you.
Guys,
Bye.
I'll see y'all next Monday for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ah.
we can continue next Monday. Well, I'll check with Hannah, but yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Let me leave.
Let me out.
I'm so
Thank
happy.
Thank you again, everyone, for watching. I hope you had a great time. We are going to end the stream here, but thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.